Hello, everyone. For our project, we did postural hygiene for Zoomers. And to break down that title, we just wanted to look at the posture. And for Zoomers, we're referring to kind of the up and coming generation. We're targeting around middle school children because, as with COVID, they've been spending more time on computers and with more social media and just studying habits online and on screens. You can kind of develop these bad habits. So that's our target population for this presentation.
Cool. So, kind of like Chris mentioned, our target population is middle school age students to undergrad age. So, those of us that are always on Zoom for class. And the reason for this is because screen time has nearly doubled during COVID with all the online learning. And a study in 2010 showed that computer use and computer gaming and TV viewing has contributed to backache and headaches. Also, idiopathic scoliosis begins in middle school age. So, adolescent idiopathic scoliosis (AIS) is estimated in about 2 to 3% of children in the US. And the most common population is going to be the adolescents, which make up 80% of all scoliosis cases. The prevalence is higher in females than males. And although poor sitting posture does not cause scoliosis, those who already have AIS will want to maintain and improve trunk mobility and pelvic strength and flexibility.
So, kind of our project, what we wanted to do was create a medium that the students would be able to uh, learn from and use to keep their posture hygienic, shall we say. uh, Looking at this population, we definitely see an increased use of social media. And when we were thinking about what project to do, we realized that they were much less likely to read a brochure. So they needed something that would be quick and easy and something that would also be usable for like short breaks during an online or even an in-person class. Uh, Whatever medium we created, it needed to be effective at addressing the common postural issues, and it needed to be fun. If it wasn't fun or cool, people probably wouldn't do it. So, in looking at what we wanted to address, we wanted to kind of take the common postural issues, and what we kind of came together as a group to decide was we wanted to address ergonomics as well as some of the common impairments, which is thoracic kyphosis or immobility, forward head posture that we see a lot with computer use, hip flexor and hamstring tightness just from sitting all day, as well as a forward shoulders posture, meaning tight pectoralis muscles, and as well as an uneven standing posture, as you can see the woman on the right just standing all crooked.
So this is just a quick handout from the Chalk Scoliosis Home Exercise Program. At the top, you can see what they're looking for in a good standing posture. And at the bottom, it mentions good sitting posture. So the back straight, ears over the shoulder. And Chris will be talking a little bit more about the ergonomic setup.
So prepared a short video, kind of it's a little bit easier to follow than a paper handout or brochure because you can reference the video. And in the video, I'll just go ahead and talk about how to set up your workstation, study environment, just to kind of give you the best for building long-term habits and good mechanics for your body. The first thing you can notice and set up for your workspace is chair height. So as you can see with her, her feet are not touching the floor. So if you have an adjustable chair, lower the chair. So here the chair has been lowered, her feet can touch the floor. Or if you don't have an adjustable chair, then you could use a footrest under the feet so that the ground gets to the feet. And if you don't have a footrest, you can use a couple of textbooks or old yearbooks, something like that. If you have a chair in which the seat height cannot be adjusted, you can throw something like a seat cushion underneath yourself to raise your height, like so. When working at the desk, whether using paper, notebooks, mouse, and keyboard, you want your arms to be bent at around 90 degrees. And looking at your monitor height, you kind of want the monitors to be the height of your eye line or the top of your head. So for here, if we look from her eye line to the monitor, that's kind of where you want the middle or top half of the monitor. So the monitor's too high. So I'll adjust that. So here the monitors are set up at a better height. You can see that second monitor is around her eye level to headline is the top of the monitor, as well as the primary monitor. If you find yourself slouching back a lot, then what can go a long way is a footrest and a backrest, like so. And then the most important thing is that if you're working for 20 to 30 minutes, try and take a couple minutes, 1 to 5 minutes break every 30 minutes to an hour to stand up, walk around, and stretch. If your monitor doesn't have the ability to adjust its height, then you can raise the monitor up with a monitor stand or use some textbooks. Using an old textbook and my old yearbook.
So these are some exercises that we compiled to tackle some of the issues that we would see with someone who's sitting with poor posture all day. So we have number 1 is seated thoracic rotations, just to get a little bit of extra mobility in the thoracic spine. Same with the seated thoracic extensions, because for our bodies to be healthy, there needs to be movement. So next we have the ceiling stretch, which tackles more a little bit of arm movement, and then we're getting lumbar spine extension from being slouched over a lot of the time. And then we have the standing hamstring stretch, because as my partner said before, when you are sitting for long time, you get your hamstrings are in a shortened position. So the hamstring stretch is an important one. We have hip circles to help work on, again, just general movement, but also a little bit of hip flexor mobility, also from being in a shortened position when you're sitting. And then lunges with a pec stretch is more of, so you're getting a stretch, but you're also getting a little bit of lower extremity muscle work in. And then we made a fun video for everyone to watch, which sort of combines all of these exercises.
All right, class, let's take a break. Be back in 5 minutes.
And these are the references that we used for our presentation. Thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed it.